So here I am in Grand Junction, Colorado. Planes, trains, automobiles to get here. As you can see behind me, it is quite warm. Had to take my hoodie off and my, well, I'm not gonna take my jeans off, but I wish I could, and prance around in my shorts. So, like off in the background over there, you can see some cliffs. That's the airport. So the way I'm doing this is just stupid. You know, this is probably like the only time when I'm gonna mention this. I'm pretty sure I've covered this in my vlogs when I was here about a month or so ago. The storage place where I left my motorhome and my Jeep. Oh look, there's some cool planes right behind me. Blue Angels and some other one. So the spiel there is quite simple. Normally, storage facilities for RVs, or any storage for that matter, they have 24 access. They have like a gate code of sorts, a pin pad of sorts, so that if you ever feel like visiting your stuff, you have the opportunity to do so. Well, lo and behold, I picked the place, arrived there, and upon arrival, how do I put this gently? I didn't have much of a choice. I got to find out that in case you're wondering why I'm speaking, dude, I'm a Florida man who lives at sea level. Grand Junction is at about 4,500, 5,000 feet or so, and I could feel it immediately. Doesn't help any of that. I'm also going a little bit up the hill, and also it's hot. Anywho, what I've come to learn upon my visit is that they do not have, oh, here you can see the planes a little bit closer. That's the Blue Angel one, and that's whatever that is. It says something about Marines on that, white with red. I'm not here to talk about planes, obviously. So, no 24-hour entry. Okay, they are also closed on holidays, and I mean all holidays. And they're also closed half day the day before the holiday. So like if you are like, oh, well, you know, today is 4th of July, so he's closed, I'm just gonna come here on the 3rd. No. The problem is planes arrive here at specific times. So like today, for example, I just arrived by plane. And in case you're wondering why I'm walking, it's because like right behind those trees in the back, there's a building, and that's Motel 6, that's where I'm staying. And I'll explain to you why I'm staying over there. Because the plane that just arrived to a completely empty airport. Like it's completely shut down. They just let you off the tarmac. Then you go down, and there's nobody at the airport. Like nobody. Stores are closed. Everything is closed. And so, yeah. I have looked at what my options are. I don't like my options at all. My other options would be Fort Knox, which is right next door, that has 24-hour access. But apparently there's another company that uses the side entrance and stores their heavy equipment. And there's been some people posting a particular dislike about that. Yeah. So another thing about all of this is that I'm still on the fence on what to do. My original philosophy was that I was gonna come here right now, potentially. The emphasis is on potentially, because I mean, like, you have to be pretty stupid to go to Moab when it's hot as hell, obviously. And so you come here, and I was supposed to come during the fall and take my motorhome in the Jeep and store it in Page, Arizona, and then even further on take it from Page, Arizona to Phoenix. Well, there's been some things happening in the background that's out of the question. So now I have to either winterize the motorhome and the Jeep and leave it here in Colorado, or make a beeline straight for Phoenix from here, which is like 600 plus miles. Trying to beat the weather sometime before it's too late. But I have other things that require my presence, so there's that. So I don't know. The easiest thing, theoretically speaking, would have been to leave the motorhome here. And so one of my options is to have temperature controlled storage, where I could store all of my cameras, drones, batteries, and everything else. But that would require me carrying a whole bunch of everything. And do I look like I want to carry everything? No. And then the final thing would be what to do about the Jeep, because the Jeep would be used to shuttle things to the storage, but then I also need the battery out of the Jeep. So I don't know if I end up in Phoenix, I don't have to deal with any of that. But the downside to this is that it is far to Phoenix, and it just like it pains me to no end. Now, I did hear that there are some places in Grand Junction that allegedly offer indoor storage. My guess is it's probably in very high demand, and my guess is it's probably comes at a significant cost. But then you have to leverage that cost versus cost of winterizing the unit, leverage that cost against potentially driving to Phoenix. So I don't know, my mind is all over the place. You could see some more cliffs in the background. Flying here was actually not that bad. Now, when I was moseying my way back from my absolutely ridiculous trip across the country from Florida, going through what basically is like de facto 2 cyclone weather events, trying to navigate in between the two of them. Hail, rain. Thankfully I didn't get hailed on, but I was just trailing it just by a smidge. And then eventually I ended up here. And then from here I found myself catching 2 planes, completely exhausted, yada yada yada. And then I had to fly. Whoa, look at all the bees. Fly all the way to Tampa, get a rental, drive all the way to Central Florida, where I live, out in the sticks, find my way to the dealership, buy another Jeep Gladiator, and once I'm there, we'll continue on with my life. So now that I've actually flown more of like a rested kind of individual, it's actually not that bad. It's actually not that bad. I may or may not have left way too early to come to the airport. But the problem is the road between myself and the airport is highly unpredictable. And I really have no idea whatsoever if it's gonna be a horrible traffic entire way, or not so much. So today was not so much, but I've been in both situations. So I was just getting my miles in, just walking up and down all this stuff. And so, as you see, just in the time that I've been talking to you guys, lazily walking here, I'm already here at the Motel 6. You can see it right there. So let me get situated, and I'll figure out what I need to do.